I'm going to leave the sled here. This is just before the swamp, and this is as far as I've been packing trails so far yet this year. So the rest of it hasn't even been through since back in the summer sometime. So I know I'm going to get stuck, and when I get stuck, I don't want to be pulling the sled because it's a lot harder to obviously get unstuck when you got something stuck or when you got something dragging behind you. Plus, sometimes the sled can actually get you stuck. So I'm going to run the first track all the way back to where the logs are, just with the tractor just by itself, get a trail tromp down. We'll come back and get the sled, and then we'll pull it through, and then eventually we'll throw some weight on it. Right now we're trying to flatten things, and then we'll throw some weight on to pack it down, because right now it's, I think it's plus 3 or 4. It's really nice right now. It's really sticky though. It's really hard to get through, but it's really good for packing. I've noticed in the swamp we got a log, so we're gonna have to take care of that. Something blew down sometime this fall. Well, we got the sled hook back up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared to actually do this. That wet hole is a little more greasy than I thought it was gonna be. It's definitely not frozen, it's really soft, and there's chunks of ice in there from when it was froze back when it was -20 there for a few weeks, and it's pretty gross. The ice kind of catches you and gets you hung up a little bit too, like just in front of tires and stuff, or, you know, loses traction on the rear tires. So it's gonna be fun, let's put it that way. A little afraid of what's gonna happen. Well, we made it. It was actually slightly less eventful than I expected, but we went through the mud hole just absolutely perfect. I was going to throw some weight on it, like I was saying, to pack it down a little better. It's really greasy. I'm having trouble pulling it as it is, so I'm not going to throw any weight on. But either way, we've got the snow packed down. It's supposed to get cold within the next few days or the week. I can't remember what the forecast called for, but like really cold. So once we get this packed down now, then it will basically freeze and turn to solid ice, because otherwise the snow is hard to get through. But it's really greasy when it's warm out, so it has to cool off first and freeze so that we actually get traction. Then we will move some logs. We can't move anything today because it's just too greasy, and all I'm going to do is get stuck and keep spinning. Once it freezes up, we can get some things moved. You're a silly creature. You're a silly creature. Oh yeah. Oh, yucky. Stand, guys. Yucky. Yucky. Oh, okay. You want to go back? You want to go back? Make some lunch? Come on. as you can see, it was trying to fire there the first time. So it is rolling over, and then it stopped basically smoking. So I think the fuel might have gelled. I've never been running anti-gel in it. I should be, but I haven't been the last few years. I've always had good luck with the fuel I was getting, but we're getting it from a different gas station now in a different part of the province. So I wonder if this doesn't have as much anti-gel in it or something. But it's negative 15 today, and obviously it looks like the fuel is gelled up. So the fire basically is to somewhat heat the engine, but the other thing is to melt the frozen fuel or the gelled fuel to basically reliquefy it again so it will go through and fire up. It probably would have started if it wasn't for the gelled fuel.
Yes, hi puppy.
So the reason why I'm driving through the swamp is there's a creek underneath that kind of keeps it from freezing. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to break the ice up as it happens so that it has a chance to kind of refreeze, and then you get a whole bunch of ice chunks together that'll hopefully make one big huge solid mass quicker than just allowing it to happen naturally. I don't know if that's helping or not, but that's what I'm attempting to do. I don't know how to otherwise to get it to freeze up, because I need it frozen up to be able to pull logs through. That's the biggest thing. Because the logs are peeled now, I don't want to get them all covered in mud, and I don't want them rubbing on the ground on high spots. So I'm trying to get it to build up with ice so that we have a nice solid base and a dry, clean base to pull them across. I'm going to have to do it on sleds, so I don't want the sleds rocking around and dumping them into the mud or something like that too. So if anything does fall off, it lands on clean snow or ice instead of landing in a mud puddle, getting them all disgusting. I don't know if it's helping, but that's what I'm trying to do. Otherwise, this is all packed down. This is actually really nice to drive on now. It's solid ice, basically. So it's really nice and smooth, and it's not slippery or like resistance like the other day was.